Okay, I'm at 16015 Wyndover. This is a 1987 5-bedroom, 3 full baths pool home with a 2-car garage. Located in New Tampa. From here, you actually have a clubhouse just across the street in walking distance. So it does have that. Of course, you have a private pool, but it is pretty close to the pool, the clubhouse. This sits on a 1/4 acre. Has 2682 heated square foot. The air conditioning is only a year old. I don't have age of the roof. It should be on its second life, being that this house is 31 years old. Should be kind of like halfway through its second life. So I just peeked my head in briefly. No one's home, and wanted to start this video and then give you a thorough walkthrough. So you have the double doors in the front. The fascia looks good. I don't see any gutters. I'll just be making observations as I see them as well. So when you walk into the house, this is by definition normally your formal living area. They put a pool table here, but most people would do maybe a coffee table, some chairs, something like that, and they made it a little more fun. To the right is the master suite, and to the left is the kitchen, all the other bedrooms, formal dining. So right here, they reversed it. A lot of people would put your formal dining right off the kitchen in this little spot. They made it a sitting area, so that was their preference. They figured that was small enough, and then they used this bigger area for the pool table. So personal preference. You do have tall ceilings here, kind of the cathedral look. I will shoot the master in a second, but just to kind of give you a little bit more of the view of the common areas. Through here is your kitchen and family room. So of course this is much more private if someone comes to the front door, so you can be uninterrupted. And then there's like a little brick breakfast nook here with additional bedrooms that way. So, all right, let me put this sheet down. All right, so let's take a look at, trying to give you as many views and angles as I can. You can see the lights here on the ceiling. This house was built in '87, but you know, it has a lot of upgrades. They've done a lot of things to it over the years, I'm sure. So as you come into the master, you have hardwood floors in the master. It's holding a king-size bed. I know it's hard to tell dimensions in the video, but I can get you all those dimensions if you have any questions on that. From this side of the room, you can see they have a TV on the wall, some shelving. They did a bench here. I don't know if this bench pulls up for storage. No, it doesn't. I thought maybe it might be a bench for storage, but it's not. Of course, you have the view of the pool from the bedroom. You do have the neighbor there. Now, if you wanted to not see that neighbor, obviously they're trying a natural look with those trees, and eventually that will do it. You can put a blur screen right there where a panel is just blurry instead of clear. You can do pull down rollers and stuff. So there's things you can do for privacy to that particular property. But they're going with a natural look. Eventually those trees will fill in and it should be private. All right, so off of the master, of course, you have your master bathroom. This does have a pocket door. With the vanity with the 2 sinks. have a shower. The stained glass. So this is a shower only in here. It does have 3 full bathrooms, but the master has a shower only. Linen closet. And then this is your master closet. A lot of the modern homes kind of have a his and her. So this one, they just gave you 1 closet, but it's a pretty decent size. Okay, so that's the master. We'll go back into the living area. Of course, this was the front door, the double doors. Some people might even replace the wood door with something that lets even more light in. So as we go back into the kitchen, they do have a pocket door here. I guess that's the noise to the room. I don't know if there's a pocket door on this side. No, there isn't. So there's no sound barrier here, but there is there. You can see the thermostat. It's only a year old, so it has a modern thermostat. Hardwood floors. They still look to be in pretty good condition. They obviously are big speakers, audio fans. So you have the speaker in the front. You have the one to the sides. You have the one on the wall. You have this one behind you. Of course, you have your projector, which probably stays with the house. And then, of course, on the other side, everything's identical. You have this speaker, this one. You have the barn doors there that kind of can close that if you want. That's interesting. I guess it's for the look if you want to hide the projector as the barn doors. Let's see. Oh, check that out. Very cool. So behind the barn door, there's another little living area. More hardwood floors. And then you have 2 bedrooms here. This one's a little bit tiny. They made it into an office, probably a 10 by 10. By definition, it is a bedroom. It does have a closet, which is actually pretty generous considering the size of the bedroom. They have like every light on in the house for me. That's so nice. And we have this room. Definitely a well-kept house, huh? I mean, it looks really, really clean, and they take care of their product. There's the brand new AC system that's a year old. It's a monster. It looks like a 5-ton. So it should have really good energy efficiency. Our electric company here is called TECO. It's Tampa Electric. And you can actually, or I could call them and find out what the energy bill is of the property. They go by a 1-year average, but being that this house is lived in, it should be pretty accurate. If they had moved out, then it can get skewed. Beautiful ceiling, huh? Looks really, really well done and in good condition. So this side of the barn door is just some shelving. So I'm surprised they left this one closed, just in case a realtor missed that, but I think I would have figured out that there's not enough bedrooms in this house. So we have those 2 rooms at the end, and then we have these 2 rooms here with a bathroom. So this floor is getting a little bit more wear and tear, but it's not too bad. It can always be resanded and refinished. It's holding a queen fairly well. does have your typical 5 foot wide, 2 foot deep closet. Up here, another linen. They updated the vanity. I think the floors might still be original, the small little squares. So, personal preference might be something to upgrade, make it look nicer. But it seems like they take care of their home. And then you have the last room. So there's no carpet in this house. It's all hardwood and tile. And it's quiet in here too. I mean, you do have... I wonder when this thing kicks in, how loud that is. I don't know. I'm not sure if this window is double pane, but if you could upgrade the window, you could make it really quiet. Because it's off, I can't tell. But... they have a lot of wood grain in here, the doors, the closets and stuff. Personal preference, but it'd look more modern if that was changed to something else. Other than that, it's all pretty neutral colors. I don't know if I should be shutting off these lights. Could be another showing after me. I have no idea. I'm trying to be courteous. They got every light on in this house. Once again, just trying to give you some views. All right, let's check out the backyard. There's supposed to be a cat around here, but I have not seen it. I'm supposed to make sure it doesn't escape. All right, so you have these glass panels. Sometimes they slide back into the wall, but these don't. They basically slide on top of each other, so you can get one panel of openness. You do have real pavers here. Sometimes it's just like a concrete stamping, but these are legitimate pavers. You have this drain here for the water. Like I said, this has 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, so this is your last bath. I believe it's a full, yeah. So you do have a shower here. You have a TV outside. You got some speakers as well. The pool looks good. You know, the pool has a life to it. It starts to pilfer and starts to erode, and you have to resurface it. It looks pretty good. I have to find out when it was done, but I don't see any erosion. It looks like it's holding up. You can see a little bit of discoloration here, but not too bad. Has a pool light. It's an older pool. You can see one main drain. In the early 2000s, they changed the code where it has 2 main drains. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I can always tell if the pool is older than 2002 or 2003, because that's when they changed the code. So it's a 1/4 acre, but it's not fenced in. You could fence in if you wish. HOA allows it. They just have chosen not to. You can see this person has a fence right there. So that's basically your barrier on this side of the property. They have a lot of ground cover here. So here's your pool equipment. This does have a pool heater. Now this heater is for the spa. It's not for the whole pool. That'd be really expensive. But the spa, you can heat that up if you wish. So that's a nice perk. You don't really have any trees hanging over the house or the roof. I mean, there's a little bit of branches there, nothing too crazy. some palms that are kind of going straight up over there. But for the most part, the roof is staying pretty clean. And like I said, I'm guessing it's on its second life because this house is 31 years old. Generally, after about 17 to 20 years, people replace their roofs. And it's probably been replaced once. So you do have your neighbors close by, but like I said, with the fence or growing these trees out, it could feel pretty private. Still a quarter acre, which in Florida is not bad to have a quarter acre of land. Exterior looks good. I mean, the wood looks perfect and the paint looks pretty modern, pretty recent. You got a squirrel there. Oh, now it's on. Oh. Let me see if I can get back inside the house just to see how loud that is. And then I'll give these people their house back. I'm not sure how long they're away for. Also, let me check out the garage as well. We'll do those two things. Garage door looks pretty good. This sidewalk, I mean, if you want, you could pressure wash it. You can even concrete stamp it with pavers. You can make it look really beautiful, but it's just basic. So as this is what I was talking about with the tree hanging over the house. Not too bad. It's a little bit. It can be cut back. I don't really see any leaves sitting on the roof right now. Okay. Before we check out the laundry room, I want to go back and see how quiet or not quiet that room is with the AC running. I don't know, personal opinion. To me, it's kind of a white noise. You can hear it. It's not rattling or being like super crazy, but it is pretty close to the windows. So anyway, just all personal preference. I'm trying to give you full disclosure of everything I see, good or bad. All right, let's check out the laundry room and the garage. As far as the kitchen goes, it does have a little Lazy Susan. It has pull-out drawers. That's a nice feature. Here as well. It has, pantry.